Alright, and welcome everybody to episode 10 of the Daily Jig. Coming at you live from New York, as always. But this weekend I'm going to be in Boston for a show Saturday night at the Rockwell Theater. If you're in Boston or curious about my stand-up, come out to the show. Find me on social media using the hashtag things below. What are those called? @ symbols. And I'll show you the info for the show this weekend. Now, let's dive into the question of the day, the quandary of the moment. I got a Snapchat from Nicole, and Nicole hit me up for some answers. Here's Nicole's question. Okay, so I told this guy that I liked him. He said that I was lovely. I don't know, maybe this is British? That could answer a lot of things. He said I was lovely. What does that mean? He said, let's meet. I said, okay. He hasn't responded to the message, and that was like last week. Do I send him another message saying that when can we meet? He is also 46, and I'm 25. Heavy eye roll. And I was wondering whether that could be part of the reason why he didn't reply. Let me think about it. Yes. Yes, Nicole. Let's unpack this a little bit. First of all, why are you going after this 46-year-old guy? How do you know him? Do you know him from work? Did you meet him IRL in real life? Doubtful. Maybe. Did you meet him on a dating website? We have to know a little more information on this guy. Let's just say that you met him in real life and give you the benefit of the diz out. First of all, you're 25. You shouldn't be going after 46-year-old guys, unless you're kind of into that, but you should know that a 46-year-old guy is going to come with a lot of baggage, and I ain't talking suitcases. Alright? Chances are, maybe he's married. Did you think about that? A lot of these dudes take their rings off and then just roll out in public. Possible. If he's not married, there's a high percentage chance that he's divorced. What does that mean? He's got an ex-wife on his little shoulder over here, chirping at him all the time. So that's something that maybe he has to deal with. Maybe that's why he's not hitting you back. Third chance is that he's divorced and has kids. So if he has kids, do you think that he's going to be chasing you around when he's got he's 46. He could have like a 12-year-old. He has to maybe go to Little League games. Or maybe field hockey. So there's a lot of factors going on here. Bottom line is a 46-year-old guy is that's like a man who has like a 401k. And like a vice president of his position. You know, this isn't like someone getting started who has a lot of free time, who's just Netflix and chilling. You know, this guy's got a lot of responsibilities, and chances are, based on the information provided, yeah, maybe he might be single, but at a minimum, he's got a lot of other things going on. So it's classic dating stuff. So since he has a lot of stuff going on, he's not getting back to you. You get curious, and your attraction goes up. Classic. So that doesn't mean that he doesn't like you. It just means he has other things going on. Now, this is good advice for the guys out there. You can't be too aggressive. I sometimes struggle with this. It's better to say nothing than to say too much. Better to say nothing than to say too much. Now, this guy's obviously got you on the hook. Because, he said, yeah, let's meet. And you said, yeah, I'm down. Let's meet. And then he ghosted you. I have a song about this. So he's ghosting you right now. You don't know if he likes you, if he doesn't like you. He said he liked me. He said I was lovely. Sounds like he's British. If he's not British, that's just something a 46-year-old guy would say. Telltale sign that you need to get someone your own age. You know what I'm saying, Nicole? Let's go out there. Let's start swiping on Tinder. Let's go to a bar or something. You're 25. Why are you chasing this 46-year-old guy? Doesn't mean he's not good looking. All right? Doesn't mean he's not good looking, but I want to get hung up on it. Let's not get hung up on him. If I were you, I wouldn't text him back. I'd let this stand for what it is. And if you're looking for a fling, then, maybe he'll come back and he'll say something that will initiate some flingage. But at this point, anything that you text him is going to come across as desperate. He got the text. Listen, people get texts. They come through. Despite what you may think, they come through. And they do read them. And if they read them and choose not to respond, there's probably a reason. One of my mentors told me once, this is for the guys out there, but if Giselle texted you, would you text her back? Yeah, I would. Meaning, If you care enough about the person, you always text them back. And if they don't text you back, there's probably a reason for that. The reason could be innocent enough as, yeah, the dude has kids. Or maybe he's married and kind of feels bad about trying to hook up with a 25-year-old, as he should. Or maybe he has an ex-wife chasing her down. Or maybe there's all these different possibilities. Bottom line is, I don't think you should get hung up on this 46-year-old guy. I think that you should start your quest to maybe find someone in your own age bracket. You're probably going to find a lot more happiness, because even if you do hang out with this guy, even if you do hook up with this guy, chances that you guys are going to end up together is very, very slim. And even if you do, he's going to have a lot of baggage along with it. So if you do really like him, there's nothing to say that people with a huge age gap can't get together. So I'm not discouraging it completely. Just be careful. And everything that he's telling you now, and he's giving you a lot of signs of lack of interest, you know? And calling someone lovely, it's nice, but that doesn't mean that he's going to, you know, want to, like, be with you forever. You know, if I dated every girl that said I was lovely, I'd be heartbroken a lot more than I am now. You know what I mean? So, words kind of hurt. And there's nothing worse than being ghosted, and it's not a good feeling. But the good thing is there's a lot of other dudes out there, and I'm sure you're going to do quite well. And you're going to want to be with someone who wants to be with you. Isn't that the basis of everything? It's kind of hard because psychologically, when someone isn't really into you or isn't responding to you, your attraction level goes up. That's kind of like the thing that screws us up as guys and girls. It's so weird. When someone isn't quite matching you in the attraction level, you get like all antsy and like, why? Why don't they like me? And maybe you start liking them more than you should just because they're not hitting you back. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy talk. But that's the reality of life. So my advice to you, kind of lay low on this dude. Hit some other guys up. If this guy reaches back out to you, evaluate it. But you should also know that it's going to come with a lot of baggage, so be careful. I'd say not the best choice based on what you're telling me, but there's a lot of other factors that we would need to know that we can dive into. You can hit me up, and Nicole, if you want to dive more into it, we'll do it. But just for the sake of this video, this advice video, I'd say slide on, move on, get rid of the 46-year-old. Let's go to something new. This guy doesn't sound like he's that interested. And so what? You're 25. You got plenty of time left, and he is in his sunset phase of his relationship career. Trust me. He should be lucky to be with a girl who's 25 and interested. Believe you me. So, that's all I have to say about that. This has been the Daily Jig, episode 10. I hope you enjoyed it. Please send comments. Put it down below. You can also put, likes. Help me out. Whatever you want to do. And if you're in the Boston area this weekend, hit me up. And I got a show at the Rockwell Theater, 10 o'clock Saturday night. Love to see you there. You just never know. Thanks for tuning in to the Daily Jig, and we will see you mañana. Deuces.